Welcome to Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment, starring G from the Shop and Mark Walter Ward. Please subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. What up, world? Mark Walter Ward, G from the Shop, S.D.E. You know, we got to talk about that Snowfall season finale. Um, you just go ahead and cook, brother. You be having the hot Snowfall takes. What was your takeaways from it?
Nothing really. I ain't got no hot takes. I always be wanting to see how you read in the shit, but one little joint that I done seen that piqued my interest, man. My father always taught me, man, if they ain't show the motherfucker die on the show or the movie, he ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? So Alden might have killed Reed in the jump. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good little speculation that I done heard, but we ain't gonna know. Reed might have smoked his ass, put him in some acid and disappeared him. But you ain't see him die. So we gotta wait till next season. But a lot of other speculation been that Alden was one of them old CIs for, you know what I'm saying, the CIA, FBI and shit back in the day in the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Because that book that he reading always come back into play too. So that spy at the door shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So he reading it right then. That's a good little sign. Alden might have had a strap right there, ready to smoke his ass, waiting for him to come. He did say, "You forgot something, sissy," like thinking it was sissy. So I don't know, but he still might have been ready. So we ain't see him die, so we gonna see that. But the only other take that I done took away, like, Saint a bad motherfucker because he the new Kaiser Sose, man. He ain't even need the cane at all. So he done Saint the new Kaiser Sose, man.
R.I.P. Scully.
No, he ain't dead. He ain't dead neither.
You don't think?
Show him die. They ain't show him die.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
He wrestled the gun. They locked him up, but he bleeding so much he already at the hospital. They saved Scully. Scully gonna come out reformed, and I told you a long time ago, Scully gonna fuck around and be a preacher, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. So go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm telling you, I've been said that though.
Even if I'm sure Reed's still gonna be part of the show. I mean, he may or may not, but you know they're gonna get somebody famous to be Saint's new handler or whatever, connect, however you want to phrase it, the plug, whatever. Is there any actor that you would like to see in that role?
No, I like how they be making names for these people we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like Saint, Leon, fucking Wanda. We already knew Scully. We already knew Sissy. We already knew Alton. You know what I'm saying? But we already knew D. Ray Davis, man. You know what I'm saying? That comic relief, man. You know, what's that shit, man? That was my shit on BT, man. But motherfucking Uncle Jerome, like we got these new people, man. Even my man Fatback, man. I fuck with Fatback. So if I ever see Fatback on anything else, because he was good as shit, funny, you know.
So you don't think it'd be dope if Ethan Hawke came and was the new CIA handler or some shit like that? Because you know that budget gonna open up because Snowfall done got way more popular.
No, I don't want to see no goddamn Jake up in there, man. I seen Jake. Somebody else fresh, man. We ain't no Reed, man. Reed a bad motherfucker, man. Like that you talk about he be looking nerdy. That's a bad boy right there, man.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. No.
So we ain't know him neither. We ain't know Oso. You know what I'm saying? We knew Avi. I done seen Avi in big flicks, you know what I'm saying? But bringing somebody fresh, man, top dog shit, man.
I mean, I wasn't saying he looked nerdy on that Sons of Anarchy shit, because mad at them CIA dudes, it was bad motherfuckers look nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the game. But let's finish with this then. You just said something about Oso. So where you see that storyline going? You got any predictions? Because it seemed like he kind of got minimized at the second half. So I got a feeling because it mirrors real life. So that means there's about to be a bunch of Colombian motherfuckers all over America. So you know, maybe Oso go to war with the Colombians because that did happen. The Mexican cartels and the Colombians was going to war in the mid and late 80s.
Also working with the CIA, he ain't fucking with nobody. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't fucking with nobody. Whoever he fucking with, he putting on. He's the player.
Well, I mean, he gonna go look for Lucia or whatever, but I mean, he gotta have some storyline. So what you think his storyline is gonna be? Just to pass Coke along?
Nah, they already introduced the Lucia little thread. So he's gonna probably try to find her, kill her, or I don't, who knows what he wanna do with her. And he's still gonna be the plug, you know what I'm saying? So
I got feeling because you don't think they might try to do something and introduce like a Pablo Escobar type character or some shit? Or a dude from Blow type character?
They ain't got time for that. This about the hood, man. This about the hood shit, man. So we already know that it's gonna end up in some litigation shit, arrest, shit like that. And I don't know how you talking about they minimize Oso. Oso had a big ass part in this season. And that whole episode, man, that he advanced Slim, man. Nah, that was his episode by itself, so they ain't minimize shit.
Well, then we can agree to disagree. There you go, y'all. S.D.E. Superfacts Network.
Oso vicious. Oso carved that shit in the motherfucking head, man. You heard him carving that shit.
Yeah, fucks with Oso. He came a long way from the wrestling.
The Superfacts Network, home of Jump Pop, S.D.E, and the Superfacts Show, now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Waldo Ward.
What up, world? Mark Waldo Ward, G from the Shop, S.D.E, Superfacts Network. We're gonna talk about my favorite shit, the NBA. First, you know, since you're a Bulls fan, I'm a Wizards fan. We obviously got our eyes on who's gonna be in that play-in, and looking like the Celtics might end up at 7th or 8th. I mean, obviously that's a huge disappointment, but if the Celtics make it to the playoffs as a 7th or 8th seed, and let's say theoretically they make it in through the play-in, do you see them being a threat? You think they're done? Like what's your opinion on the Celtics as a contender, pretender, whatever? How do you got them rated?
Shit, they got a shot to win the championship this year if they in it. If they got Tatum and Brown, they in it. They the new Michael Jordan, Pippen. Big quotation mark, like you can't get there, but I think they're gonna be the 1-2 punch, man, for the future, because Tatum do all Kobe moves, and motherfucking Jaylen Brown, poor man's Pippen, man, middle class Pippen. I'm telling you, they're gonna win a ring in the next 2-3 years, guaranteed.
I mean, bro, if he keep developing, he's gonna be like the high-priced suburb Pippen. You know, he's gonna be like right outside the city. Because I mean, yeah. Shit, you know, on a quick bite, we had talked about most improved. I mean, I wouldn't put him there, but he definitely took a leap.
No, we already did a most improved show. Now that I think.
Yeah, y'all go check out that quick bite. Our most improved.
He was at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? He was at the top of the list for sure.
So you still think the Celtics are a contender?
As long as they got Tatum and Brown, they're gonna be. The key for them is fucking Kimber. Show the fuck up, stay healthy, show up, give them something, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like them losing Thice, but another that X Factor, my man Marcus Smart, he's a killing dog. So they always gonna be in the fight, and they well coached, man. So if they a 7-8 seed, they can get somebody some problems.
Does Marcus Smart remind you of like a guard version of you?
It's dudes that play like me, but Marcus Smart had way more skill. So no, I wouldn't say Marcus Smart, but he definitely played with the type of go get it, you know what I'm saying, that I played with. He in that category, you know what I'm saying, definitely. I would categorize my shit like not 6'10" Jerome Williams, Junkyard Dog, but obviously not as good.
Gotcha.
6'5".
You know, Marcus Smart, a player like, you know, a combo guard like that might not even had no room in the 90s, but, you know.
Shit, he's skilled, dog. He got handle. He can shoot.
He passed like a motherfucker, but.
No, he's super high IQ, and he's that type of throwback player. He would have been right at home in the 90s, 80s, whatever, where they can punch you in the face. He would have been right at home with that shit.
I mean, that's a good point. So that was something I wanted to talk about. Who do you think that was back in the day that wouldn't work today, and vice versa? Like, do you think Steph Curry would be an all-star in the 90s?
He'd be an all-star in any era. When you can shoot the ball, you can shoot the ball. That's why.
What about the hand checking and the weight?
People was little back then too. Nate Archibald was little. Maurice Cheeks was little. Fate Lever was little. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that was small. You know what I'm saying? Steph quick as shit. Got handled. He'd have figured it out. And when you can shoot, you can shoot. You think about them people back in the day that was the top dog shooters. Dale Curry, the father, you know, Dale Ellis and all them, Chuck Person, they was role players, just specialists. Steph can handle the ball. Man, come on, bro.
Chuck Person was a little bit more than a role player for a hot minute. He was an all-star.
No, that was my man. You ain't about to tell me about
the rifleman.
He was a straight role player all his whole career. You know what I'm saying? At the most, he averaged probably about 17. He ain't never never that top dog of the team. You know what I'm saying?
No. He was never the Reggie Miller was unquestionably, but I mean, I feel like he was a little more than a role player.
No, a 17-point average.
Shit, he had a playoff battle with Larry Bird, back and forth.
Yeah, man, that's my man, Chuck Person, the rifleman. That's my man. That's been my man.
So, but you know, back to my original question, there's got to be some players you don't think will work like Adrian Dantley, Alex England, or maybe you do. So there ain't nobody you think that would, like, for the, let's say, the 70s or 80s, that would be an all-star?
The game that changed for sure, and I ain't gonna say they wouldn't have been whatever they was. I know certain people would have had problems, like McHale would have had problems. He'd have been getting dunked on left and right. People like that, you know what I'm saying, that I think of Kevin McHale. And he would have got busy because he still got skill and IQ, best post move, one of the best postmen ever, you know what I'm saying? But the athleticism, shit like that, because I remember Paul Gasol is top dog. That's my man, first ballot Hall of Famer. But picture how good Paul Gasol was, you know, and how agile and, you know, he wasn't super athletic, but he was agile and could move around that court. So picture him compared to Kevin McHale, right? In this game, I've seen Paul Gasol get dunked on so brutal by Blake Griffin in the same game. Picture that happening. Picture that shit happening to McHale. McHale would have been broke up, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number one player that would come to mind because McHale was the truth. He's the truth. So that's the player that stick out to me, you know. And other players would have had problems like, you know, Guy Russell, Dennis Johnson, you know what I'm saying? 6'4" Hall of Famer, you know, 6'4", 6'5", defensive specialist, all that. We seen Mike barbecue their whole team. But like, you know, picture that in today's, and I ain't trying to talk about him, you know what I'm saying? It's just the Celtics that came to my mind, you know, because they were so good back then. But Larry Bird would have been a killer. He would have averaged 42.
All right, well, how about Mark Eaton? I know he made the All-Star team a couple times. What you think
Mark Eaton would have been still in the league. Me and my man was talking about Mark Eaton today because we was reminiscing about the motherfucking Utah. We went to Utah for the 12 and under AAU Nationals, and Mark Eaton spoke to us for the opening ceremony. We was talking about, remember when we met Mark Eaton, 7'4", But Mark Eaton would have found a way in the league, to stay in the league because he's so big. Taco Fall in the league, he gets spare minutes. Mark Eaton was the defensive player of the year a couple times, I think. So he would have stayed in the league because he blocked shots, rim protected, rebound, and foul. You know.
Damn. See, I thought you would have felt like a few people could make it. Like you could say Michael, you know, another all-star a couple times, Michael Adams, but I got a feeling he get busy in today's NBA.
No,
I already know how you feel about
Michael Adams is your today's Ish Smith. What are you talking about? No, he would have been in the league. He'd have been a backup. It's like Ish Smith.
What? A backup, man. He would have been an all-star. Michael Adams could shoot three-pointers like shit. Imagine if they let Michael Adams shoot 12 three-pointers a game. Man, Michael Adams would be averaging like 28 today. He averaged 28 back then with hand checking.
Well, I don't like the Bullets, man. You tripping, man.
He did on the Nuggets. He did on the Nuggets too.
Would have been Ish Smith in today's NBA. You tripping?
You're tripping, man. He averaged more than 25 points like 5 or 6 times. He was like one of the leading scorers of the whole 90s. Shit, I think Michael Adams should be in the Hall of Fame while you bullshitting.
Yeah, all right.
I guarantee he got more points than Marcus Aldridge.
Look up his numbers. I guarantee his numbers ain't nowhere near 25 a fucking game in his career. No.
Oh no, not for his career. I said for 5 years or better, he averaged 25.
Man, look him up then, man, because I don't remember none of that shit. And the Bullets was some shit. So man,
you know, he averaged 25 at Denver for at least 2 years.
Man, Denver ain't even never come on TV back then.
Yeah, but I used to get the hoops cards.
I had their cards too, but I ain't look for no Michael Adams card.
When he got traded to the Bullets, I did.
I didn't. I ain't look for no Bullets cards except Weber, Rasheed, Jawan, Broad Strickland, Bernard King. Man, I get the Purvis Ellison card be blown.
He averaged 14 a game for his career. He only had 9,000 points.
He Hall of Fame. Get the fuck out of here, Mark. Hey, Mark, really, please. Chris Webber and them ain't in the Hall of Fame. We talking about Michael Adams. I'm glad.
He got 1 year averaging 27. 3-time All-Star.
He averaged 27 out Denver.
Yep, 26.5 with
with
11 assists.
Look up their record.
Look up their record. The record was like 33 or something. They sucked.
Their record 20 games.
Yeah, that's when they had.
You talking about Michael Adams, and I ain't even knew. I said 26 games, and you said they won like 33. Come on.
Hey, I fucks with Michael Adams.
And you said Hall of Fame.
Nah,
I like Michael Adams too.
I was tripping. I thought he did more than that. Yeah, nah, he damn sure ain't no Hall of Famer. And Chris Webber should be a Hall of Famer, even though, man, when Chris Webber got traded, that shit hurt my heart. That's somebody who'd be better in today's NBA. So if you don't think anybody would be worse, who do you think would be better? I mean, that's a lot of people though. Like a lot of people, because like imagine how much good Michael or Kobe's 3 would be if they was encouraged to take it, because you know they would put the work in on it.
Like Magic would have been great any era, but still all these new guards would have gave Magic problems too. Though. You know what I'm saying? Because Magic 6'9", he'd have, did what Magic do. He'd back you down the whole court if he had to, keep you on his hip, but. Picture Magic having to check like Dame Lillard. Picture Magic having to get switched off onto Greek the Freak.
Yeah, but I mean, they could hide him like Luka. Like what would you say? The Magic Johnson's more athletic than Luka?
Man, the game different, man. Like Luka's game probably would have been different if the game ain't changed. Luka's game is slow, but it's crafty. Magic was long, push that joint transition, one of the best transition players ever.
Would you have ever considered him fast?
No.
Like just with the ball end to end? Never?
No.
Not even Young Magic?
The game was a slow down game a lot, but when he with the ball, showtime. But like a lot of times, Magic back in that joint down court, keeping you on his hip, crunch time or something. You know what I'm saying? So them games.
What you got James Worthy doing?
Them games back then was like 90 something to 99 anyway, man. Like
in the playoffs.
The other day, motherfucking Wizards and shit was 140 something to 140 something. Like ABA scores. Shout out Kevin Sheehan.
Yeah, I fuck folks with Kevin Sheehan. What you think James Worthy would do in today's NBA?
Be regular. He had to develop. A lot of people had to develop that jumper, extend that range. I tell you, who'd still be a dog. Pat Ewing would still be a dog.
Yes. Which version?
All the versions, because Pat always figured it out. He always averaged 10 plus rebounds. He developed that touch and always hit the motherfucking mid range. You know what I'm saying? So, and he always was a tough captain. You know, this captain. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach that. So, Pat would have been a killer. David Robinson, Shaq would have been a killer.
Oh yeah, for sure. People that be saying that Shaq won't work, they're ridiculous. Because you know a lot of them people say that shit.
Iverson would have a chance to average a 50-point season because he probably would have been on a team that he'd get to do whatever he wanted by himself.
No hand checking with Iverson speed and the shit wide open with some shooters. I agree, brother. I agree. That'd be unstoppable.
He would have been a 50-point a game.
And then imagine how much assists he would average if they just would have got the right little shooters around him and open the floor up.
Yeah, it depends, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like that's true in the NBA. Circumstances make a difference like a motherfucker. I mean, look at the Gaffer homeboy. Like, were you even really hip to him like that in Chicago? And did you expect him to be this good for Washington?
He wasn't getting that much bump for us. He was getting sperm minutes. You know what I'm saying? We got top round draft picks at that same position.
Yeah.
So he was lost in the shuffle. That's why he was a trade bait.
Yeah, when you said circumstance, that's what made me think about it. Circumstance is so important.
No, that's why circumstances. That's what Russell Westbrook needed. An athletic big that could be block shots, run the court, catch and dunk on people. You know what I'm saying? So all that time was done shit for the birds.
You laughed me out the motherfucking podcast for the Michael Adams joint. I was tripping. But let me ask you this. Do you think if it was the right circumstances, any scenario where J.R. Ryder could have been a Hall of Famer?
No, he wasn't no Hall of Famer then.
Well, I mean, like, let's say, what if he went to Miami and did that conditioning and acted right shit?
No, I ain't want to play the what if game. J.R. Ryder had the skill. He ain't executed. A lot of people got the skill. We're going to talk about that. Forget talking about J.R. Ryder. Shout out to him, though. Because that's my dog. That used to love them 12 o'clock midnight, you know, UNLV, Fresno State, whatever games, you know what I'm saying? But anybody we're going to talk about Hall of Fame talent, Michael Beasley, first ballot Hall of Fame talent. And I ain't talking about nobody else. Michael Beasley.
Good night. Yeah, I mean, they say some of that was like the way he be acting, though.
You talking about J.R. Ryder, dog?
Oh, that's not what I say. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like,
no, but you talking about J.R. Ryder, somebody that had problems and shit like that didn't execute the talent that he had.
A lot of his problems wouldn't be problems today, though. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of that shit was weed.
Michael Beasley ain't in the league because of these type of shit. What are you talking about?
I mean, the same thing. I mean, I think it's some bullshit. I'm just saying that's what they be saying about him. Like, you know, when they asked Pat Riley like why it didn't work, and he was basically he was like he couldn't get right with the program. And I'm not even saying that's a detriment to his character,
No, what I'm saying, you getting lost, bro. You brought up J.R. Ryder, a possible Hall of Fame. First of all,
No. I did bring up.
Hold on. You first fucked me up with Michael Adams as Hall of Famer. Then you said, you see in this game today, J.R. Ryder could possibly be a Hall of Famer. So
I asked you in the right circumstance, did you think he could be a Hall of Famer? I didn't even postulate that he could or would be.
No. I guess if you made it to the NBA, everybody got a chance to make it to the Hall of Fame. But if he had a chance, he would have did it. You know what I'm saying? He had his chance. He didn't do it. He ain't even in the talks for being borderline Hall of Fame. So that name. And
I mean, it was to illustrate the point of circumstances. You know, you're talking about people getting lost. You got lost. The whole point was about how important circumstance is.
No, but
so I mean that's you getting lost.
No, I just
saying like, bro, am I ever gonna say anything that you agree with that you don't just be like, no. Like, am I ever gonna say anything that you agree with? Like, do you think I have the possibility to have one correct point about anything regarding basketball?
No, what I'm saying is what I heard you say, trying to say J.R. Ryder and Hall of Fame. I'm thinking of talent, and I already told you I go off eye test. I've seen J.R. Ryder play in that era.
I know, but I mean, fuck J.R. Ryder. I'm just curious. Do you
no,
think
you said J.R. Ryder.
Okay, and okay, we'll agree to disagree. I'm wrong.
So what
I'm wrong about that. But so you ain't gonna answer the question.
No, in terms of what I'm hearing and discussing, I hear J.R. Ryder.
Right, but can you answer one question, please? Do you think it's possible for me to say something that's right about basketball?
It's your opinion, dog.
I mean, yes or no? Do you think I've ever said anything that's correct about basketball?
We done agreed with plenty of stuff on basketball. What are you talking about?
I mean, I've agreed with shit that you said. I can't think of shit I say that you don't just be like, nah.
No, I've been agreed with you about Rod Strickland. What are you talking about? I've been agreed with you about plenty of stuff, but I watch basketball. This is what we was talking about. We was talking about, you posed the question. What I answer, I'm answering. I hear J.R. Ryder. My description of J.R. Ryder is a dude with super talent, jump out the gym, super charismatic, all type of character, could have owned the city or wherever he played for, had all the talent in the world, but ran into off the court problem, personality, whatever, didn't last in the league. You pose a question on him possibly being a Hall of Famer. I've never ever thought of him to be like that.
If he was in the right circumstance.
Let me finish. So in turn, I try to relate it to a player that I did watch, eye test, once again, that also had the same type of off the court problems, personality problems as J.R. Ryder, that's not in the league anymore, in Michael Beasley, and tried to bring it back to comp for you in your question as a Hall of Fame talent, right circumstance, and all that. I'm bringing it back all the way to you, brother. That's all I'm saying.
So Michael Beasley would have made the Hall of Fame in the right circumstances?
Michael Beasley is one of the greatest basketball players I've ever seen in my life. I test, he is one of the top 5 players I've ever seen from this area. And I've seen them all, man, and I've heard about all, the ones that came before me. And Mike Beasley, yes.
Beasley, yeah. I mean, they was calling him that like 13, right?
So that's all I was bringing it back to you, bro.
Hey.
And your opinion is yours. Like, my balls and my word. You stand on what you stand on, and I can be man enough to, hey, we can talk about it, bro. But don't we don't gotta agree about everything, but we have agreed about plenty. On basketball, sports, whatever, rap, all that.
Yeah, for sure. I was just curious. I ain't like agitated or nothing.
It's okay if you will be. That's why I've been posted a post a long time ago, man. If you know me and you really know me, you've wanted to fight me, but you still can't help but love me.
It's good. Oh shit. Man, what better place to end it on than that? S.D.E. Super Facts Network. G from the shop. Mark Water War.
My man.
What up, world? S.D.E. G from the shop. Mark Water War. Super Facts Network. Yet again, we talking about another rapper that's passed away. R.I.P. Shock G. Digital Underground. Put Pac on musically, from a dancer to performing in an all around the world video with a verse. I remember that's the first time I personally ever heard Tupac rap. Humpty Dance, nobody will ever forget that. He was so good with it that you know, a lot of people didn't know Shock G and Humpty Hump was the same person for the longest. And I heard Noriega call him hip hop's prince. So I mean, you can't get any better tribute than that. So my condolences and RIP to Shock G. You got any thoughts on Shock G, brother?
Nah, I feel you. We ain't know. We thought that was two people. You know what I'm saying? But we found out later on we got hit. But rest in peace, condolences, man. Keep losing all these, man. That just shows we getting older, you know.
I know one thing. They did that one song called "Hot Sex on a Platter" that go ridiculously hard. Like to this day, I went back and listened to it. It held up. I remember I used to fuck with that shit hard back in the day.
All I know from Digital Underground is them two Jones you really named. You know, the Humpty Dance. That was one of the #1 songs on the box, man. Back in the day, jukebox.
Yeah, the call in shit. Yeah. Hey, bro, you know most of the world don't know about that. They had different shit in different places.
Nah, that was 19B around my way, but that was the #1 song played on the radio and all that. You know
oh yeah, for sure.
Like back then, that was like you would hear that song like every 20 minutes on the radio, or every 30 minutes guaranteed, and then all around the world, same song. Like you said, Pac, but we ain't know Pac was gonna be that big yet, you know. Until that Brenda Got a Baby jump came out for real, that shit hit. Then we knew we had to stop, but rest in peace, condolences, man. Pac. Yeah, they were Pac.
You know, speaking of Pac, what celebrity deaths have particularly, or it don't gotta be celebrities, musicians, as you would say, notable people. Which one? Like me personally, Pimp C.
Yeah,
Pimp C hurt.
Definitely Chad. But Pac. I remember I was in 9th grade when Pac died, and that rocked my soul. You know, before my time, like Malcolm X, you know, being died, you know, getting assassinated. That's my all-time, you know, of notoriety. But Chad, Pac, Big, you know,
Prodigy was surprising to me. Like Big Pun, it wasn't surprising. It's all a tragedy, but Prodigy, you know, like I was actually involved with people that was like one step removed at the time, so I actually saw their pain, and that shit was visceral. I ain't gonna sit here. I think a lot of times, a lot of shit people be talking about dead shit be morbid porn, and I ain't trying to get into that. I'm just we be trying to give people flowers and shit.
The conversation is people that rocked your soul and shit.
Yeah, that Prodigy jump did.
Nah, that's what we talking about. We ain't doing. See, I don't even like that talk because for the simple fact, you always bringing up their name. That's gonna keep them alive. You know what I'm saying? I want people to talk about me when I'm gone, because we all gonna die. How you gonna leave your motherfucking mark? And that's why I fuck with Flea Lord, because Flea Lord be cranking. He stay in the lab too, and that was Prodigy Lord man. You know, Flea Lord, but.
James Gandolfini.
Michael Jackson, man. Michael Jackson. We listened to Michael Jackson for like 3 months in a row with nothing else, man. We was hurt, man. And I know Kobe, that's always gonna hurt because I grew up with Kobe, and I can't even watch no Kobe clips without breaking down that. Kobe don't rock my soul. Bad.
I know I said this to you before, but you know that shit was like a super milestone to me because he was the first player in the NBA that I was older than. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like that made me pay attention to him just off. Damn, this dude's about to get drafted and he's younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So like I was paying attention when he was like going to the prom with Brandy and all that type shit. And then obviously basketball wise, it was never not a reason to pay attention.
Second best player ever.
So like, what is there any more? I mean, I know there's more there. I mean,
no, we can go on.
Those like the ones that profoundly affected me. There's other jumps that, like Prince, I was blown by. I mean, once Cass hit 50 though, you know.
No, but still, people that's gonna live on with their music forever. But
yeah,
they superheroes to you. So you like Michael Jackson, Prince, they can't die. You know what I'm saying? They can't die. And when you find out they die, shit, unbelievable because they superhero. Like Luther Vandross, the greatest singer ever to live. You know, shit. John Candy was my man back in the day, man.
Yeah, Uncle Buck. I still love Uncle Buck.
Yeah, and like even like people like Lenny Byers. You know what I'm saying? Hank Gavins. You know, Reggie Lewis. What if they stayed alive? What would that NBA stuff look like? You know what I'm saying? That's the people, Even older people though, even older people like Coach Big John Thompson, when he passed, shoot, broke down, cried, because I didn't encounter Coach Big John Thompson, Mr. Coach Big John Thompson the second, man, plenty of times. So, even older people like that, Coach Morgan Wooden, stuff like that, man.
Well, you say historical figures like Malcolm X, and I talk about me reading and shit. I've been in the Black Panther shit forever, so I've been real hip to Fred Hampton. That's one that's historically significant. Like things might have been a lot different.
I finally seen that.
Yeah, got assassinated.
Yeah,
what you think?
Yeah. Say, hey G, bring me a charger, yeah. Bring me a charger, G. Yeah, but nah, that jump was well done. Definitely well done on all fronts, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even gonna shame my man for playing that part. He played his butt off, man. Somebody had to play that part.
Yeah, shit. Why not? I mean, shit, everybody glorifies Cameron and paid him full. I mean, he snitched.
I ain't never glorify that shit. We knew that was alcohol. We didn't glorify that shit.
Man,
hey, bring me a charge.
That to me, that's the best performance by a rapper in the history of movies. But that's just because I fuck with Cam so hard. That's my favorite rapper by far. I know it's not literally the best performance. Queen Latifah. I got 15 better. Good. Yeah, but I mean, it's not the best. Like I guarantee Queen Latifah got at least like 5 movies. She killed that shit. Same with Ice Cube. I mean, Cameron ain't making no glass shield. You know what I mean?
Shit, Ice-T in New Jack City, man.
Yeah.
Scotty Appleton, man. That motherfucker.
The Superfacts Network, home of Jump Pop, S.D.E, and the Superfacts Show, now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Waldo Ward.